And I'm not streaming. I know what to do. So just do start 3-0. Then if you get ball at halftime, I'll just give you the ball at halftime. Or I'll just let you kick a field goal and give it back to you. But hang on. If he gets ball at halftime, if I kick off, if I return first. No, I'm saying if I return first, then I'm just gonna keep it that I'm gonna give you the punch you there and then keep it that way. Except if I give you the ball at halftime, that's giving you the ball twice.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us about 20 miles south of downtown LA at Dignity Health Sports Park
then you still get ball at halftime.
Today we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Houston Texans and our home team.
Yeah.
2 1-1 teams here, each looking to.
If I was to give you ball right now, then you'd be getting ball twice in a row.
Here in week 3, this will be taken very short. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line.
No, it was 8 seconds left. Exactly, but he's getting the ball up 3, but he's gonna get it back regardless again. So it'd be giving him back 2 times in a row. Yeah.
And what is going on here? Are they serious? First down, and they're in punt formation. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Here's King. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And this offense set up nicely with what looks to be a first and goal right around the 10-yard line. And a strange one here, a little befuddled. They're sending out the field goal unit now. Badgley able to punch this one through. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Oh, shit.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possible. Let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man.
Hey, then you staying here with Daddy.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
I didn't know.
This is David Johnson, the
Damn,
former All-Pro.
Hayden, get in here,
So
nigga.
get it up only to about the 24. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Watson. Flush to his right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, 76 yards. And the Texans have taken the lead.
Oh, wow.
Deshaun Watson, he's a lot of fun to watch in the pocket, but when he's forced out of the
pocket
like
even,
that, he can make those big plays downfield.
Almost a bad thing when you're pass rushing and you force a Deshaun Watson.
I think Fuller's underrated, but he's not.
He has the poise to keep his eyes downfield and locate receivers, and it turns into a little bit of a scramble drill for the defensive backs. Where is everyone? And Deshaun Watson finds his target for a big play.
Now a carry by the third-year man. This is Austin Eckler. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Back to throw. Herbert looking middle, and it's incomplete. The linebacker, Zach Cunningham, there defensively to make that play.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Leo. Looking to throw. Herbert nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
That's pulled in at the 32.
He's so fucking bad.
Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And the
one of the worst,
will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
And now a big play to start off this drive as the shot downfield is complete. A big-time play there for the Texans. 43 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. On the ground, this is Johnson. Johnson with a burst, a 1st down or more. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Duke Johnson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans push further out in front. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn.
I'm about to kick you the ball. I got to go get some toast from my wife real quick. I got to get some laundry for my legs.
Carry over the back line of the
I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. My bad.
Zone for a touchdown. The Charger drive about to get going. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
He's coming. I can hear him.
Ever go away.
He's coming. I can hear him.
Typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game,
good
it's not
spin.
a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves,
What's Austin Eckler speak?
you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
From the gun, Herbert. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line. Get up, 90, Wolf. Hey, Echo. Sit up. Yo, go.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike.
Hey, wahoo! Ready?
On first down, Herbert. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
This defense could use a few more plays like that
Hayden,
right now.
stop.
They certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Escaping the pressure right.
Oh, wow.
It's incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And it's third down. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really
You can't play that no
happens,
better,
you don't get many opportunities, you get over anxious, and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. Watson now to throw. On the catch, it's Duke Johnson. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. The 21 yards there as they convert on third.
First down, Houston. Jimmy 9. Check. He's coming to check. Follow. We got 22. Check. Follow.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Faking the give. Now Watson. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Uchenna and Nwosu got the sack there. Texans football to start quarter 2. After one, a 14-3 ball game. Following the sack, it's now third and long for Watson and the Texans. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. Third and long, why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to fight defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and that leads to a play-action sack. No one attempted or made more field goals than Fairbairn last year. He was 37 of 42.
And they were grateful for every one of those that put 3 points on the board. But I'll guarantee you, Bill O'Brien, the head coach, is thinking to himself, we need to use them a lot less in 2019. Let's make sure we score some more touchdowns.
Let's go,
The Charger drive about to get going. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Hey.
Check 55, Mike.
And we're pretty quiet. Go.
Looking to throw on second down. Herbert. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 19 yards to pick up.
Go.
Running on first down, Eckler. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Benardrick McKinney, a first-time Pro Bowler a season ago, in on the tackle there. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, exit.
Hey, 4-1 Mike, 4-1 Mike. Hey, defense, let's go. 41 Mike, right here, 41 Mike.
So don't say nothing.
Check. Fresno.
49, check 49. Defense.
Operating from the gun. Herbert into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. The intended receiver there, Allen. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and goal.
At the Chargers 11-yard line.
47, 19. Getting it home. Showing it. 124.
Now it's Watson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Kenny Stills, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. Oh, he's got daylight. He's at the 50, 30, the 20, 10, and all the way into the end zone, and that's 2 points. So after the block PAT, they're ready to kick this one off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 30, 20, touchdown, LA. Austin Eckler, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Chargers get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point by Badgley up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. A quick throw out wide to Fuller. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
That's it. That's it. Big hit.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Johnson. 2 yards, good enough for a first. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
A pickup of 2 yards. And the Texans first down.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slapped. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They'll run it with Johnson. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Well executed there. On 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a 2nd time.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. Now, this is going to work out well as it's out of bounds near the 13-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And now the clock reads precisely 1 minute to go in the half. You want to run the 1-minute offense? This is a good test right here.
It certainly is, and definitely not a time to think about kneeling and going into the half. This is a chance to attack a little bit, but not having to get everything in one shot either. 10 yards here, 15 there. Work the sidelines, work the clock. Give yourself a chance for at least a field goal going into the half.
Going deep here for Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. That's taken on the 25. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Check. Check it in. Ball try. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Go. Hey, check 24.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Call it a gain of a yard as it brings us to the end of the first half. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. He'll have a first down past the 40. He's at the 40. Past the 20, and all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, he scored on the ground and through the air as his guys are back within a single score. Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Texans push further out in front. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. The Charger drive about to get going. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 44-yard line.
On 2nd down. It's Jackson, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs, and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Ready. 15, line it. 15, line it. Yes, yes.
Now Eckler. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
5. Now.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Whitney Merciless, showing no mercy, flies in for the sack.
Brings up 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Move. Yep.
From the gun, Herbert. And the pressure gets to him again. The lightning rod, J.J. Watt with a sack.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drives exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was very easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's a gain of 34. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Check three.
To throw is Watson. Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game. And the Texans push further out in front. And with the rules as touchy as they can be, it's so hard to complete a diving catch in the end zone, but he just did it pretty well.
How about him getting his body, his hands, everything underneath and around the football without it hitting the ground and causing some doubt in the minds of the people who have to look at this and possibly review it. What a tremendous effort and a great catch.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger drive about to get going. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Once more, here's Eckler. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This is taken at the 15. Johnson on his way, and he will score. It's a touchdown. Mark that down as an 85-yard punt return, and the Texans push further out in front. And we always talk about kick returns being so exciting on kickoffs. Punt return almost equally exciting.
And typically we talk about the kickoff return being the most exciting 10 seconds in football. Let's just cut it in half for a punt return and make it the most exciting 5 seconds in football. It's a great, glamorous, dashing play.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. He'll have a first down past the 40. And cuts out right sideline. Then he will finally be taken down. But how about that play? It's a big one on the final act of the third quarter. Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. They run on first down with Jackson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. On the ground, it's Eckler. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there. So from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8. It's Eckler again. And they're going to get him down shy of the first at about the 13-yard line. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down. They'll run for it with Eckler. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit.
Lucky.
Operating from the gun, Herbert. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Gary and Conley. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Get ready. The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. All of a sudden, they have quite a bit of breathing room. This was a 1-score game, but touchdowns on their last 2 drives, and now comfort is here, so to speak.
It certainly is for them. Now, I've been in this situation before on the flip side of this. And all that's going on there is a little bit of finger pointing. Hey, what's going on? How can we stop them? Can someone make a play to try and stop this momentum?
Well, they're going to be ball hawking because they need a turnover on that other side. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. On 3rd down, Watson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The sack by big number 98, Linval Joseph.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. A first down there on a pickup at 25.
Got it.
Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Back to throw. Herbert nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zach Cunningham rolling in to get the sack.
Hey, normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And he's going to be picked off at the 16. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Now Johnson. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Again, it's Johnson. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end.